Aloha, beautiful people, and welcome to a new Transformational Thursdays episode with the Intuitive Coach, aka me, whatever it is related to your fears, and you're ready to transform them into love and joy. Come over, ask the questions. Whatever is related on how to create resilience in your life and step forward and move through it like an unstoppable force that you are. It's all about Verna. Whatever it has to do with the depth of the three principles, it has to do with Vikki. My gosh, this woman can take you a few levels deep. And Diana will always explain to you how important and quintessential, most likely, the microbiome plays the role in any feeling, any emotion, any thoughts. Because after all of these patterns are imprinted in your body. So today's question is from one of Diana's clients. And it sounds like this. I feel I am not likable. How can I change that? I must say that's quite the question. But I love that she said, I feel I'm not likable. She did not identify herself with I am not likable. She feels she's not likable. Can you see the difference between I am unlikable and I feel unlikable? So the fear is deeply rooted, but it also has an easier way to transform it into the love that we all are. So changing that feeling, because it's not the identity that she has to change, it's the feeling, because she herself feels she's not likable. So one of the questions that the most basic one from my point of view would be, why do you feel you are not likable? What is it not likable about you? And if I'm going to take it even deeper, why do you feel those features that you found as unlikable about you are permeating your life at this time? Why do you feel that these not likable features have to be in your life? And even further, changing that. How can I change that? That was the question. How can I change that? You already started the process because you stepped forward. You asked the question. That, from my point of view, it's always the first step. Asking for help, it's not shameful or something to feel guilty about. On the contrary, I commend you. You are courageous, and you are bold, because you want to change that and you ask the question. So in regards to how can you change that, I'm going to ask you, what is it that you feel it's not likable that you would like to turn into likable? And why? This would be the main question I would invite anybody who feels this way to journal on, because that is identifying. That is setting an anchor at a certain point in time, around certain circumstances that happened for you, not to you, and from which you had a lesson to learn. And honestly, I feel it has to do a lot with boundaries. The deeper I go in this one, I feel it has to do with boundaries. And I would love to go deeper on that, but I'm not going to, because that's another kind of question. Nonetheless, journal on the questions I have provided. Shall you feel aligned with them? Otherwise, I am very curious what Vikki is going to say about the three principles because she's going to take it so much deeper.
Thanks, Dee. Yeah, it's an interesting question. I think that many people ask this question during their life, at least once or not, nearly every day. And the three principle is all about explaining and describing that you feel how we feel, how we humans are feeling our thinking. So if you feel that you are unlikable, it telling only about you that you have that thoughts in the moment. Nothing wrong about you. People like you. People loves you. But somehow how you process your interactions with others or certain situations is that you start to think that someone or something, it's not like you, or something is wrong with you, or you did something wrong. Every experience, everything what we experiencing is coming from us. That thoughts that someone doesn't like you or you are unlikable, it's coming from you. So first, just ask some questions about yourself or from yourself. Is it true? Why you think that? Do you have to believe it? Is it always true? When I feel this, what's going on in my head or around me when you feel this? You are alone. So it's really true that you are unlikable. Who doesn't like you? Who is next to you in that moment? Because you don't feel that yesterday someone didn't like you. You feel now. You're experiencing the feeling now. And what you're experiencing is your thinking, your thoughts in your head now. So I just want you to sit down, and when you have this kind of feeling, just recognize that you are a thinker and you can ignore those thoughts. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to even think that, oh no, I am likable. Because in that moment, might you, it's not true for you. But you can ignore it. You can put your attention somewhere here and now, and you feel different, and you forget that thinking very quickly. So it's that simple. It's just a thought in the moment. And we don't have to take them so seriously, especially these ones, what's not giving us a good feeling. So I hope it helped. And let's see what Diana think about this, how the microbiome can affect our feeling and our life experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the microbiome can certainly affect our thoughts and our feelings, because when you have a lack of certain microbes, it means that your food doesn't get as digested as it should. So you end up with a lack of nutrients. And then the other part is that when you don't have the right combination, that can influence your hormones and melatonin, serotonin, and all these things. So depending on how bad the dysbiosis is in your digestive tract, how bad your microbiome is, there's a lot that could happen. Because we do have the brain gut axis, so there's this constant communication going on. And depending on the microbes, there's a lot that can go wrong. And improving that is then, as always, about fermented foods, nutrient-dense foods, and in some cases also supplements, because supplements can help to quickly resolve deficiencies, and probiotics can help with improving the microbiome. And with this question, there's a lot to it, I think, because thoughts, as Vikki said, are important in that. And thoughts is what create feelings for a large part, because it starts with thinking that you're not likable. And those kind of things can also be addressed with guided meditations. There are some guided meditations out there that can help with feeling better about yourself. And one of the other things that I've seen with some people be very, very helpful is emotional freedom techniques, or the tapping, where you change the way you think through tapping on the meridians. And when you put these things together, I think that can be really, really useful to improve the way you feel about yourself, because that's when you feel not likable, that is within you, that is not about other people. Within is that need for care for yourself, love for yourself. And I see that in that also the microbiome, because that's also a part of nurturing and taking care of yourself and self-love. Because when you take care of your whole body, you nourish it well, you make sure you get everything you need. That helps with being more likable. So that's a couple of changes that you can make in your life. And I'm now wondering what Verna can share with us about this, because I'm sure that will be very, very nice to hear.
Oh, thank you so much, Diana and Vikki and the intuitive coach. You all had a lot to say and give instructions. And my perspective is that all of that encompass what I'm going to say. I think it's important to understand you. Ask yourself the question, who am I? And what do I think about me? It's not about what anybody else think. It's about who you are. Who do you see yourself as? And what do you think about you? Again, you can see a thought. It starts with a thought. It starts with asking yourself a question. Environment. My three colleagues, they all touched on that. The environment. What environment are you in? Who is around you? Because your environment has a lot to do about it. Who you're around. Are the people around you able to instill positivity in you? Instill to uplift you? Are they people that you can speak to openly and not be judged? But the first judgment starts with you. You're judging yourself that you're not fit enough, you're not good enough, nobody likes me. It starts with you. So one of my advice to you would be stand in front of a mirror. This is a mirror. You are the mirror. Stand in front of the mirror and take a good look at yourself. and you will see all things beautiful. So there is nothing to not like about you. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to not like about you. So start the experimentation with yourself and dissect each part. We are all different and we are all unique. We are uniquely created. So no two person will have the same way of seeing things. And that's a good thing. So as Dee said before, you have already started the journey of asking the question, I feel I am not likable. It's a feeling. It's not you. It's a feeling. And sometimes these negative feelings come because they want to distract you from the path that you are on. And you're on a good path. But something have to come to distract you. It's a challenge, I know, but it's one that you can handle. It's one that you can take on board and start being creative with it, building that resilience that I am likable. I love myself. I love who I am. I am unique and wonderfully made. There's nothing about me that nobody wouldn't like. There's nothing about me. I'm beautiful. It doesn't matter who you are. It starts with you, building that confidence. And the fact that you ask that question means that you know something already. So what I would advise, like all my other colleagues did, journal, self-talk. Self-talk is so important, positive self-talk. So speak to yourself positively. When that negative thought comes, nobody likes me, hey, you know what? Just get away. You have to actually speak to it. It's like you're speaking to a person. So that negative thought is someone. Something speaking to you, speak back to it. Just, you know what? You're not invited in my space. You are not part of me, so get away. And start harnessing. Let your environment be a space that you can harness that self-love, that self-compassion, that self-care about yourself. Because you are unique, you are capable, and you are loved. Not just like, you are loved. And that's my perspective. And that's what's going to help you to build that resilience about who you are,
Thank you,
who you
Vee.
are meant to be. That's it. Just journal, meditate, and just move forward. That's me.
Well, beautiful people, you have just witnessed 4 amazing perspectives. That's what I want to call them. That's what I love to call them. And I feel it's the right way to do so. It's how I feel. Remember, whatever we are sharing in here, it's our perspectives, our own perspective. Yeah, it may or it may not resonate with you. Whatever feels aligned with you, you take what's best for you. After all, believe nothing of what we say, because all we can talk about, and from the perspective that we can talk about, is our own. But I'm certain that certain things are going to resonate with you to a certain point. See the certainty here? Nonetheless, I thank you for taking the time and being here with us another Thursday, transforming your life as you integrate abundance, as you build resilience, as you learn more about the integration of the 3 principles by embodying them, and then learn, study, understand, and integrate microbiome into your daily life. The beauty of it, it's us showing up. The beauty of you is you showing up. After all, we did our part of showing up. Are you doing your own? Are you transforming your life? And do you like that about you? Because whatever it is that you don't like about you, you can transform it. And we are here for you. You already know us. If we are not on our YouTube channel sharing this with you, we are in our Facebook group where you can happily join and ask questions, be part of the community. We are still, let's say, in our baby steps. We are growing. We know that because we created this project with you in mind. And it's not that we expect more. We know that there is more to this. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next Thursday, we wish you pure transformation.